Hey, you old hag! You need to break up with my brother this instant!
Hello? Is that you, Sophia? You're obviously Mark's little sister, then. I'm taking good care of Mark, though.
I don't care! I'm saying that you need to break up with him, alright? I won't let you both get married. I can't believe that he's going to go through with this marriage to you. I need to wake him up from this nightmare.
I don't understand what you're wanting to say, Sophia. Mark and I have already gotten married.
What the heck? How is that possible?
We're married now, so of course we're not going to break up. That makes you my new sister-in-law. I hope that we can get along from now on as sisters.
Why would my brother choose you to marry? I don't get it. You're just a misunderstood, ugly piece of crap that's wanting his money.
That's such a crude thing to say, don't you think? Did you forget how to be polite with other people or something?
You're after his money, right? My brother works for a really good company and he excels at his job. Aren't you just wanting his money for your own future success because it's a sure thing?
Well, thank you for telling me more about the company he works for. I'm in no way after my husband's money, so please don't worry.
I don't believe a word of that. With the pompous attitude that you have, what else would you possibly say? I am totally against this marriage, so you need to break up.
How much influence do you think you have in the decisions we make? We've already gotten married, and the ceremony itself will be in the weekend. Why don't you just approve of our marriage? That is what pleases your brother the most, if you could do that.
I will protect my brother at all costs from you.
What do you mean, Sophia?
You're older than my brother, aren't you? You're almost 10 years older than me. Why would such an old lady like you want to put her hands all over my brother for?
Would you quit calling me old already? How is being a different age than your brother even related to how I feel about him? It's rather odd trying to explain this to my husband's sister. It's also strange to suddenly talk through a messaging app when we haven't been properly acquainted. How about we talk about it the next time we meet up together as a family? Maybe we can get along if we talk this out in person.
Me and the wrinkly old piece of crap talking? Oh, please, save your breath.
If you're going to talk like that, it seems a bit difficult to get along with someone who feels like this.
I want my brother to have the best marriage, and what he chooses is an old hag who is ugly and looking to steal his money. My brother shouldn't be marrying such a woman, don't you agree? I have to keep telling you to reconsider your marriage, but you won't listen to me. You haven't been replying to my messages for a while. Are you there? Don't you think that's strange?
Even if you're saying that it's strange, it seems like a problem between you and your brother. I'm not telling you to reply to my messages, Sophia. Can't you see a reason why Mark won't reply to you? Maybe it's because you're saying that he shouldn't be with me and saying horrible things about me?
What the heck? There's no way that Mark would think like that about me when I'm just trying to protect him. Absolutely no way.
Well, if you think so, then everything should be fine, right? If it were me, I don't know what I would do if my family were talking badly about my spouse. This conversation is becoming pointless, and I don't like it.
Oh, so you're saying this is my fault? You can't sink any lower if you're going to blame me for everything.
Right, okay. No matter what you say now, it's getting on my nerves. How about we have a slow and clear conversation next time we see each other in person? I'll talk to Mark about it so that we can all talk about this together like adults. I just want you to know that we are happy together. I hope this puts your mind at ease a little bit. Hi, sweetie. So, Sophia messaged me. She told me that she hadn't contacted you at all, but didn't you talk to her?
Yeah, I did. I got a load of messages from her. It's all these messages about how we shouldn't get married and to stop seeing each other and that sort of thing. I don't understand why she's sending me these types of messages. So I just didn't reply to her.
Oh, as I suspected. That sounds about right. It seems that she hates me.
She always used to follow me around. I definitely spoiled Sophia, as she was my baby sister, and she just wanted to be around her older brother. We're both almost in our 30s now. I didn't think it would go this far.
Sophia is 26, right? I think she's at the age where she should be leaving her brother to his own devices.
It might have been better to register our marriage without saying anything to her. Otherwise, she might get in our way of having a nice wedding ceremony. I'm really happy that we're married. I want to apologize about what Sophia's saying about you. Try to not let it get to you too much, okay?
It's not your fault, dear. I get it. It's all right. I'll try not to let what she said get to me.
I'm really sorry about her. She's a bit weird when it comes to me.
You have nothing to apologize for. Don't worry. I thought it would be nice if I could get along with Sophia. I'm hated more than I imagined, so I'm quite confused. I'm thinking about what I could do.
I'm just as surprised as you, love. I think you should just tell what you've done so far.
But I feel like she won't listen to me no matter what I say.
That's true, yeah. But it's my life, not Sophia's. She can't just decide things for me. If she keeps complaining about you and saying cruel things, we need to think of something to solve the Sophia issue.
I hope that we can all somehow talk to each other and understand our situations together. And then, of course, reconcile. I'll talk to her at family dinner after the wedding ceremony.
Thank you for considering all these things. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's for family. It's a pretty normal thing to do.
Oh, thank God it's over for the both of you.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? The wedding ceremony hasn't even started yet. What's over? What are you saying?
You're both no longer husband and wife. You're a complete nobody to him now. I never have to look at your face ever again.
What's that supposed to mean?
I filed divorce papers for you both. You guys are already divorced now. I've freed my brother from your grasp. I can't believe how good of a job I did to manage that.
What the heck? You filed divorce papers without our permission?
I sure did. Oh well, I bet you're really frightened of me now, huh?
I'm not even remotely afraid of you, you know. No matter who you are as a sister-in-law, you've overstepped the mark. If you've gone this far, there is no way of coming back from it.
Whatever you say, stranger. It's more of the fact that I'm completely satisfied with the fact that I saved my precious older brother from you.
Save? Are you kidding me? You wanted to keep your brother away from anything that makes him happy?
That's not the reason. An ugly, money-seeking woman like you will never get close enough to my brother. I saved him from you.
Would you quit it with all your cruel and hateful words? You're just bullying me now. Do you have any idea what you've just done?
You're not a suitable match for my brother. Now that you're divorced from him, you're no longer to get involved with him or our family. Do you really think my brother would love an ugly, gold-digging woman like you? You're dreaming. Now that the divorce papers have been filed, the wedding ceremony will be canceled.
Yes, I guess there's no problems then.
Wow, such a strong, ugly lady.
What if I did things on my own terms? If it was all to lead to a divorce, Mark would be the only one who has to deal with the trouble.
Huh? What are you talking about, you ugly woman? It wouldn't be like that. My brother's the best of the best. Even if he divorced a woman like you, he would bounce back really quickly. He's such a popular guy that he would be able to get an even more attractive and intelligent woman.
You do know that I was once your brother's boss, and he was the one working for me, not the other way around.
I don't believe you. You were his boss.
Yes, even though you believe me to be the gold digger, it's funny that you're misunderstanding the money situation. Don't you think that as a boss that I wouldn't have money?
You? Betty? A boss? An ugly woman like you?
I already explained this to you when we first met. I'm pretty sure that Mark did as well. You really do lack the ability to listen to people, Sophia.
Does this mean that my brother will be fired because of the divorce? Actually, you know what? That's fine. My brother is super talented and can get a fancier job like that. He will no longer be troubled by you if you're not around.
Oh, is that what you believe?
What are you trying to say, Betty?
Shouldn't you be the one to decide whether you believe it or not? I'm going to inform Mark of the situation.
Mark never gets angry with me because I'm his cute little sister. Sometimes he might make a troubled face at me, but in the end, he always forgives me. That means it'll all be okay.
Wow, you have a lot of confidence, Sophia. I admire you for that. Don't you think that only applies to when you were elementary school students? With Mark knowing the circumstances, he said that he would cut you off and be estranged from you.
Excuse me? Cut off?
That's right. We were going to pay for your college tuition, and we were planning to pay for future study abroad expenses, but I suppose we'll have to cancel that.
Pay for what? My college expenses?
As a result of you being out of employment and having gone to a private university being a burden on your parents, I thought it was a tough situation to be in. Over the past year, I paid for it. But from all of this, even after graduating from college, you haven't been looking for a job and you've been living at home for the past 2 years already. You've messed up big time. Do you have any idea of how much trouble you've caused your family?
You've paid everything for me. Why would you do something like that?
As Mark's little sister, you were like family to me, and I made that decision to help you out. But now knowing that you've hated me this entire time, it's so awkward. I really thought that we could become friends someday, but as I kind of expected, the situation ended up like this. So it seems that whilst you'll be studying overseas, you'll be eating up all of your parents' money. You said that you filed the divorce papers, so of course I'll cancel the payments.
But, Betty, does this mean I can't study overseas now?
That's right, Sophia, unless you use your own money. Your parents, myself, or anyone else for that matter, don't intend on helping you out after what you've done.
Betty, hang on a minute, okay? I had no idea up until now that you were doing this. Even though you said this all so suddenly, it's difficult for me to respond without knowing anything about it.
If you were at college, I'd be forcing you to drop out since you won't be able to afford it. Such a pity. But I'll make sure that you repay me for what I paid for you, and you'll need to repay your parents for all the trouble you've caused them. If you want to study abroad, you need to go on your own expense. I'll never support you financially again after the things you've called me.
Betty, don't be mad at me. I had no idea that this was the situation. You can't be that mad at me, surely.
I'm not just mad. I'm completely dumbfounded by your behavior. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, so just do your best by yourself. With that, I bid you farewell, Sophia.
Wait, what's with the goodbyes, Betty? What am I supposed to do now?
Who knows? You can't come to the wedding ceremony. I don't think you're really part of the family anymore.
Huh? You're still going to have a wedding ceremony? How?
Today's Saturday, and I heard that the courthouse has a temporary window reception open, right? So I went there to confirm if divorce papers were filed in my name, and they were, so I canceled them, and now they're invalid.
Well, that means everything's fine now. I didn't do anything wrong then.
Don't you understand that it's not a problem that can be easily fixed?
Huh? What do you mean it can't be fixed?
You forged our divorce papers and submitted them, Sophia. I tried to call off the wedding, and as I expected, Mark is furious about it. I have no intention of dealing with you in the future. I hope that cutting you off will make all the difference.
Wait, Betty, so I can no longer study overseas? And if I forged the papers, that means you're not divorced after all. Doesn't it mean that everything will be okay? It means nothing has changed, right?
My perception of you has changed. I thought of you as family, Sophia, and now I just see you as my enemy. Mark also sees you that way as well. He's cutting you off too. Don't even think about showing yourself around us ever again. We cringe at the sight of you.
Please, wait a minute, Betty. Let's talk this out. Can't we talk this out nice and calmly, like adults?
You would have been if you were dealing with the Betty who was nice and calm a few hours ago. Do you think I would now? It's all over, Sophia. You made the mess. You lie in it. I'm sorry it came down to this, but you're nothing but a stranger to us now. Don't come anywhere near our wedding ceremony or else.
Betty, I'm really sorry. Please accept my apology. I was so terrible to you. I realize that now. I know you and my brother are really mad at me, but please look into your hearts and forgive me. can't live on my own if my family abandons me. I was really looking forward to studying overseas. Please, let me go. We're family, right? Please, I'm on my knees here. Forgive me for what I've done.
I'm not forgiving you for anything, you horrible little girl. You pushed your brother too far this time, and you're just being a complete nuisance to everybody. Why don't you go and cry on your own and let us live in peace, all right? Don't contact me again.
Please, Betty, don't do this. Please don't leave things like this. Please don't abandon me. I have nowhere to go.
It's too late, Sophia. Did you finally realize that you picked the wrong person to pick on? You're just a piece of crap, you horrible little girl. When it came down to the problem at hand, the divorce papers were discarded by Betty and Mark got married without any issues. Sophia came to the ceremony in tears, but she was not allowed inside. She was completely amazed by the actions of her brother and her family. It seems that she had no choice but to be at a loss after her brother and family cut her off and was isolated from them. Once Betty and Mark got married, they lived happily ever after. Sophia had no place to go, and the study abroad program she was looking forward to vanished. She was forced to pay back her tuition and started working part-time as a live-in babysitter. Right now, it seems like she's living alone without the support of her family. Her problems were self-inflicted, so there's no way of rescuing her from this fate.